How you guys doing today? My name's Ashley. I work for Simply Granted. It's your one-stop shop for all your grant writing needs. Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of people have a lot of questions about how to use the software. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through it using screen share. Thank you, Google. And I'm also going to walk you through the package creation wizard and how to submit a grant an auto submission grant. So here's how we're going to do this. The first thing is, if you don't know what Simply Granted is, it is a profit organizations and for grant writers alike. The first month is free, and what you're going to do is you're going to be able to auto submit grants directly to grant makers. Now, if you're a grant maker and you're writing this and you're saying, well, what is my benefit? The benefit for you is that you get to see people before the grant cycle and you get to pre-screen almost. And that way, it's quicker when that director's meeting happens. And I know they're all coming up, so yay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to walk you through the process. The first thing I want you to do is to go on www.simplygranted.com. Okay, I'm going to screen share with you. Awesome. Screen sharing is looking great. It looks like it's working. So I'm going to go ahead and click over to Simply Granted. Here we go. Now you should be able to see it. Now, as you can see, we are in beta testing, but you are still able to start your free trial and use the website. We also have an About Us, who we are. There we go. And it's a little brief blurb about who Simply Granted is and what the benefit is. Then we have our video. It's our quick little advertising video. It's pretty awesome, actually. And then we have our FAQ page. Now, these are all the questions that people, always want to know. What it is, why use it, how much it costs, and all of our connections. So Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, Pinterest. Awesome. You can also contact us. There's a contact form. So there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and log in. Now, the thing about Simply Granted is you have to log in with a Google account. If you don't have a Google account, you're going to want to go ahead and create one. And using our walkthrough part 1, it'll teach you how to do that. Now, we're going to be using Google+, so when you sign in, use Google+. And you're going to use your account that obviously is registered to the Simply Granted page. Now, it brings us to our dashboard. Now, the dashboard has a couple different things. It shows you how many grants are in the system, how many are expiring and how many are soon, or how many you have in progress. So that's basically it. If we look on the side, we have our dashboard, which is what we're on now, our package wizard, which we're going to go through today. Other things we're going to talk about later in different broadcasts. Our document management, your profile is something I suggest once you sign up that you go ahead and log on for. It's actually pretty cool. So then, as you can see, we have 3,100 grants new this week. And now we're going to go ahead and create an application. Now, there's two different ways to do this. You can go through the package wizard, or you can just search if you want. I prefer to go through the package wizard just because I think it helps me more with submission. But, teach their own, and that's your preference. And as you use the software more, you'll find a preference and you'll find a like I said, as you can, we have 3 different tutorials. The introduction, the software use, the walkthrough of the website, and we have our full tutorial. So I encourage you to watch these. They're not very long. They're each about 10 minutes, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I definitely encourage you to watch these. Now, here's all of our instructions on how to create a package. You want to take time and read those. Obviously, if there's any questions, you can contact us, so feel free to do that. Now, we're going to go ahead and search for a grant. This is something that you can do any way you want. As you can see, we have different ways of searching. If you know the title of the grant you want to go ahead and type that in. If you don't find the grant that you want, feel free to email us on our contact form and let us know, and we'll make sure that we can make that grant available to you. You can search by amount. I always search by subject, especially because if you're familiar with the grant world, you know that there's different taxonomies or subjects that people look for in grants. And what I do is subjects because it helps me pertain. So let's say I want to do an arts and culture grant, and then we'll go and I use regional focus also, simply because it's super easy. It's super easy, and it really clears out the way. As you can tell, we have a bunch of different countries. And a reminder, if you can't find anything, please feel free to email us and say, hey, I looked for this, it's not in your system, and we'll do our best to make it available for you. I cannot stress that enough. We are a user-friendly organization. So let's say I want to do the U.S. territory, so that's like Puerto Rico and Guam. If you filter, there's nothing available for that. Well, we're going to go ahead and take out the territories then. But I'll filter, and then for this actual tutorial, we're going to go ahead and click on manual auto. Now, electronic submissions all have like the email icon. Manual all have like a home icon. Now, then after I filter them, I'm going to go to 100. I always go to 100. It's just more, like I said, as you get to use it, it's all your preferences. So I usually look for something, with a relatively famous name, Xerox Foundation. Now, one thing I always do, it's going to ask you to sign in again. Remember, use your Google account that it asks for. Now, what I always do with things like this, with grants like this, I'll go to the package creation wizard, because it helps me understand what I'm uploading at what time. And then I'll show you the quick package creation, and then I'll show you the copy package also. 3 different ways we can do this. So let's start with the package creation wizard. All right, we're here. Now the package creation wizard has you uploading things by category. So the first thing you want to upload is your grant proposal. Now, you should always have a grant proposal before you go into any sort of grant writing steps. You always want to write a proposal, have someone look it over, make sure it makes sense to you and to someone else, so that, when you send it out, it's not just a wild idea. So what I do is I usually upload them. I always have everything saved, so it's easy for me. I'll go ahead and choose anything, but you choose your package. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. So then save it. Now, if you don't have a proposal created, we do have in the website, we have templates. These templates actually help, and they're editable. So you can, you can pick one. So I believe we went with arts and culture. So we'll find something that's closely represented. If you can't find your template, remember, you can always contact us and tell us what you want in this website. So, we are, like I said, we cater to our users. So arts and culture, that's something important. You look for education, engineering, sustainable health, homelessness, all kinds of stuff here. I'm telling you, look at this. All right, arts and culture. So now I gotta weed through them. Arts Council. Okay, that's a relatable one. There we go. Now, this is an Arts Council grant. So what I do is select that. It'll be updated into my package. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to click on it. You're going to want to edit it. So what I usually do is I copy and paste it. So, copy and copy. So, or what you could do, better thing you could do. Yeah, I always copy and paste. We'll copy and paste store. Let's go. Boop, boop, boop. Copy. Then you're going to go ahead and drop it into a Word document. Now, if you have several different taxonomies for your nonprofit, you can obviously use more than one template. Now, what I do then is I copy all this. This is nothing basically. And then I paste it. I'm not freezing. Oh, well, it's out of the board now. So yeah, you copy and paste, and then you edit it based on who you are, and that works for you. Just wanted to make sure it's there. All right. So then when you're done with that, you can go ahead and close it out, and then you'll go to the next document, eligibility and contact form. Now, I can't stress enough how important your eligibility and contact form is, because every grant that is transitioning from paper to electronic has a eligibility quiz. Now, the beauty of the eligibility contract is that it's editable template in Google Drive. So you'll click on that. When it loads, you can edit it. Make sure you place your letterhead, answer all the questions. And then what you'll do is what I always do. Well, you only have to do it once, really. You're going to download it as a Word document or a PDF or whatever you feel, and then you go here and you have it continually for a package. So I'm going to go ahead and upload the eligibility. Show you how easy that is. So I got a lot of folders and stuff. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. I think I'd be more prepared for this stuff, you know what I mean? Because I've done it a bunch of times. Alright, so then I upload that, then I'll go to step 3. I update your exempt certificate. This is just a copy, from whatever state department that gives it to you. From Florida, it's the Department of Agriculture. Go ahead and upload that. You want to scan it. You also want to save it, just to make sure that you have it. And like I said, it's just a confirmation that you are 501c3. If you don't have an exempt certificate, you should not be applying for grants. You should really get that before you get anything. Next thing you want to upload is a letter of solicitation. These are personal. These are something you're going to have to edit. We have a sample letter, obviously. Write this. Like I said, it's a very personal, and it has to be very, very well worded. Next thing you want to upload is your cover letter. Now, cover letter also is an editable document. So you go ahead and you click it. Once it uploads, you go ahead. There's there's all these things you have. Then don't forget, you're going to want to file, download as, and you're going to want to save it in Word. That way you can upload it to every package you create. Sorry. Next is your letter of inquiry. Now, the letter of inquiry, you're going to be changing every single time you upload the package. But here we have a letter of inquiry, and it basically it's a basic letter of inquiry. You can obviously personalize it to what you need, but as you can see, it says, "Dear whoever," insert your name, organization. It's a very basic framework on how to do a letter of inquiry if you've never done one. You also want to download this and save it, and you want to keep it editable, and you want to keep it specific to that organization. So like I said, you're going to be changing this every time you create a package. So you do want to make sure that you have a sample one. And always, I forgot to mention this, always place your letterhead. Always do everything on your company's letterhead. If you don't have letterhead and you have an issue on how to create it, make sure you email us with our contact form. So that's another thing. Next thing you're going to upload is your annual report, which is something you should have every year filed by the IRS. Every state has a different website. I do have a search button. If you don't have a copy of your annual report, you want to get one, and make sure it's the most recent fiscal year that you filed. Next thing you want to upload is your business plan. I love the business plan. I always upload a business plan. I always put a business plan in because it is so important. I mean, it is the overview of your nonprofit. It has all of the phases. If you're going from phase 1 to phase 2, it has the general view of what you're trying to get out there, and it may be a little long, and that's okay, but it shows that who you are and why you're doing this, and it also has your mission statement, which is something very important. And then the last thing we upload, I'm not uploading anything because I have packages created, and I'll show you that also. The last thing we're going to upload is your project expense breakdown. That's basically, here, I'll show you the template, and then you can probably understand. Usually when you ask for grant money, they want to know how the money is being used. So organization title, you put your project title, you put your EIN, and then your project button breakdown. Now, another thing I forget to mention is you want to create an electronic signature for yourself. That's another thing that we're going to have a little hangout for. I love the word hangout because I'm hanging out with people. I don't know if anybody's in here. Only one check. in one check. Finally, our CTO, who's a great man, put together your final instructions. You're going to want to read these before you submit. Just once, you don't always have to do it. And then we're going to close the application. Yes, I'm ready to proceed. Now, it'll bring you've created a package, so it'll bring you there. And once you created it, you want to let your package link down. And you also want to make sure that all your stuff is in your package. So everything you uploaded should be there. If you don't see it, you can always re-upload it. Yay. So then we're going to hit submit once your package is created. Now, this, as you can see, it says this source does not accept submissions via mail. What you're going to do is print out the application. And so the best part about this is when you go to the application, the Xerox Foundation application, you'll have all this stuff written. So when they ask for it, you copy and paste. Now, we're also going to find a new one with an actual auto submit. You can also still submit. It'll send to the Xerox Foundation or whichever foundation. And then if that happens, you want to call and, say, hey, I submitted a package via Simply Granted. I just wanted to know if you guys got it. If they say yes, but you still need to fill out the application, please do that. Now, the next thing I want to walk you through about Simply Granted, I'm just going to go start from the beginning again, is copying a package. Copying a package is really cool because if you have the same grant with the same grant amount that you're looking for with a different type of, hold on, it's actually a CEO calling. Hello? Hello? I don't know. She said she'd send you an email. But I'm in the middle of the tutorial thing. Can I call you right back? All right, thank you. We're always working here. So yeah, I'm not sure which ones actually have a, so we're gonna go here too. So we're gonna try this one. So you search it. Now copying a package is awesome, and it's one of my favorite things. If it's the same package, if it's the same amount, I usually just go ahead and click my package. There's no files in that package. So I'll click a package with files. I don't know. I do have package links written down everywhere too, so I should probably check them. Yeah, but as you can see, these are copies of all your packages. You write your package link down. You make sure that it's all there. Let's try this one. Is there stuff in this package? I'm just creating a bunch of packages. Truthfully. But basically, you copy a package. Yours will probably have things in them. Oh, there's a grant sourcing. There we go. Okay, so I'll grab a submitted package. Bam. Now, as you can see, all my files are they're already in the package. So I'm going to go ahead and click submit. Hopefully this one will allow auto submission. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Auto submission is awesome because you get a message and then it replies to your email. So you'll leave a message. You'll read the description of the grant. Make sure it's a good fit. Usually you want to make sure that they're actually have the same, idea as you. So then you write a message, and you write a message about your organization, a little background. Don't make it too long, but make it descriptive and make it fun. Or that's your time to grab their attention. So you're gonna want to do that. Then you click submit, and it is submitted. Yay! I'm not gonna submit this because I have not read it through, but you also want to do that. Now that's manual. That's auto. That's auto submission. It's pretty cool. So as you can see, it's very simple. Again, don't forget that if you need to contact us, you can always fill out our contact us form simply just by going back to simplygranted.com. There's definitely a faster way to do that. I like the website so much, truthfully. Contact form. And you fill it out, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. We usually check those emails constantly, so we're constantly looking for, if you have ideas, if you have something you need help with, we definitely will, we'll definitely take it into consideration. Now, like I said, there's a lot of things we can answer on our FAQ. Don't forget about that. What else do I need to tell you guys? Nothing really. Thank you very much for bearing with me. First tutorial. Hopefully you guys found it captivating and interesting and awesome. It will be posted on YouTube, so you can always refer back to it if you feel the need. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to the Simply Granted YouTube page, or check us out on Facebook. Our handle is Simply Granted. Our handle on Twitter is Simply Granted. It's always Simply Granted. You know, cause follow us. No, thank you though, and I really do appreciate it. Don't forget, Simply Granted is your one-stop shop for all your grant writing needs, and we will do the best we can to make sure that your organization gets funded. Thank you.